but the very next day. How do we know if we're live? Someone put please record. Can we record this?
Yeah, record.
Oh, it'll be on YouTube anyway, won't it?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, is that on? Yeah. Hello, guys. I think we are live. Yeah, we are live. So we've got Milo.
Hello, mate.
And we've also got Tom.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
And basically, this live stream is just talking about the latest and upcoming Travis Scott, Jordan 1 Phantoms. You might have seen a few success posts this morning in CCN, and that was all down through EA. So EA is just basically exclusive access, and the way you can increase this is just by having general engagement on the sneakers app. And basically, it just gets granted at random. There's no certain way to get EA. It's just by chance. But yeah, seen quite a lot of success in CCN already, so that's nice to see. Reselling this is absolutely insane. I think it's close to £800. So if you did cop this, obviously you're making quite a nice bit of profit. I did cop the fragment ones from last year. Always got to pull that in. Why not? Still a bit of a flex in it. But yeah, these ones I'm hoping to cop through tomorrow. There was a few raffles that were live. Well, it was live yesterday and ended this morning at 8 o'clock. And that was Foot Patrol. Seen a lot of success as well from this. But yeah, it's nice to see.
So if people haven't entered the raffles and stuff yet, so have all the raffles closed now for?
There's a few raffles live, and if you want to find out what raffles are live, make sure to head over to the specific channel in CCN. It's called Travis Scott, Jordan 1 Phantoms. Basically, any UK raffles or any sort of international raffles that get posted will go live on that channel. And basically as well, a lot of questions we get asked is obviously, should we enter the international raffles? And absolutely yes. Of course, you will have to pay import fees because the value is over £135, and I think you're generally paying around 20 or 30% through import fees. But it is worth it after the profit. The profit on this is over £600, £500. So after import fees, you are still making a nice bit of profit as well. So definitely enter the international raffles. But yeah, just make sure you are paying attention to the certain channel. I will link it in Spotlight actually, because it might be quite hard to find, but I'll link it in Spotlight channel if you guys want to head over to this and just enter raffles. One little tip that we'll give you guys: if you react to the raffle you have entered, that just lets you know you have already entered it, you don't enter it twice. If you enter in the same details twice, you will get your entries disqualified, and obviously they'll be void. So any entries you are doing twice is just pointless. To talk on different raffle entries, you do need to do multiple entries for these raffles, and the way to do this is use different details. So we've got a full guide in the user manual. It is currently being updated as we speak. We're getting new guides launched out very, very soon, so you guys can obviously get the latest information. But the current user manual is absolutely great. Basically, if you read through this, you can see how to increase your entries in different raffles, what different details you need. I'm sure as well, Mal used to do a lot of sneaker botting, like raffle botting and stuff like that. You used to have your own sort of bot, so you can sort of know what different details you do need and what sort of goes into it. But touching on it slightly, you will need different IP addresses when you're entering different raffles, the same raffle, multiple times. Obviously, if you are doing the same IP address, they'll catch on to it and they will void your entries once again. Same goes for addresses. What certain jigs have you learned about addresses, like actual house addresses?
Well, you can use the same home address, just like, let's just say it's 28. You can just use like 28A, 28A, spell your name, spell the street address wrong.
Yeah.
Because your local postman will always know that that's your road, but just spelled wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's stuff that I've used in the past.
Yeah, the best thing always is to send the raffle to other people. Like, the ultimate way to have, do multiple entries is ultimate, unique entries. So if you send that to someone else, like your mum, your dad, your nan, your girlfriend, your friends, and get them to enter that for you, that is the best way to do multiple entries, because there is no way you can actually be filtered for doing multiple entries, because it is a legitimate second entry. It's somebody else entering for you. And just say you'll give them 100 quid if they win or whatever, or blah blah blah, XYZ. That is the easiest way to get multiple entries, is to send it to other people. And for example, with JD raffle and stuff like that, you should always be doing that. You should always be sending these raffles to other people to enter them for you. It's the ultimate way to bypass filtering on raffles, all things like that, because the raffles do get heavily filtered, especially since the rise of raffle bots and stuff. The jig, jigging your address and stuff works less and less and less, because if the jig does work and someone finds out the jig works, that just gets obliterated by raffle bots. And obviously the raffles are, look into, avoid, stop that happening. So the best way is always send the raffle to other people, get other people entering for you. It's the best way to do it, always.
Yeah, you want as many real entries as possible. Ask your neighbour, ask your family, ask your friends, put it in your little group chats. Just enter this, boys. I'll give you however much for if you win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you say you're going to give them 50 quid if they win, they're going to go enter, aren't they?
Yeah, people you work with as well, like let's say you work in an office, or like Tino used to work in like a car garage. I'm sure you could get like mechanics and stuff to enter for you. People who don't believe that these shoes are even going to resell say, don't worry, you just enter this and I'll give you like £100 straight away if you win, blah, blah, blah.
But as Tino said though, obviously if you're doing it in an office or whatever, you want to make sure that those are not on the same IP. So just ask them to use 3G or 4G on the mobile data, and that means a different IP.
Yeah, and as well, touching on that thing you said before about obviously retailers don't want bots to win it. And one sort of example we've seen of this was the Foot Patrol raffle. The Foot Patrol raffle yesterday, you had to do all these different steps, you had to tap on some bumblebees. I'm pretty sure bots won't be able to access that, and obviously
unless they update it, unless they update the bot, which probably happened. Like let's be honest, like people who make bots, for them to like do these type of captures,
like
it's
scroll down, click on the thing.
It's mega
worth it
work.
to get how many bots are not entering. And it's worth it for that one bot to do it.
I think that's why we've seen quite a lot of success on Foot Patrol, just for the simple fact that it was a bit difficult for bots to do this. And obviously it would have to push out updates, and I think the Foot Patrol raffle was only live for a day, so that in itself is pretty short for a raffle. It's probably why we're seeing quite high success. But yeah, obviously these are releasing tomorrow on the 15th, so if these are releasing on sneakers, 8 AM, you definitely want to enter this. Like Milo said, send it to your parents, your friends, whatever. If you're paying these £50 to enter and you win it, you're making like £600 on top of that. So £50 to you realistically is not much. Obviously, I used to do it back in the day with graphics cards. I used to give my friends £10 to buy graphics cards for me. I'd make like a grand on top. So yeah, it's a nice return. You can't lie. Obviously, you done the YouTube video, didn't you? With the is it 5 different graphics cards? But yeah, just send it to your friends and family. Honestly, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
got the buys on new sneakers and give them 10% of profit for each win. See, that's a cracking way to do it.
How do the raffles that hold funds work on a credit card? Works bang on a credit card, mate. So if you use a credit card to enter, you don't even have to worry. If you enter the raffle, they hold your funds, and then if you don't win, they refund the money back to your credit card. No problems for you. Like, it's just literally.
Yeah,
it's a great way to do it.
Yeah. It's not going to go on your statement because it's only a pending transaction. It's not actually a full transaction gone through.
Obviously, just be careful with credit cards. Like, if you do win, just pay off. Do you know what I mean? You don't want it to add up and forget about it. And it does help improve your credit score. It's a win-win basically. I use credit cards personally. I'm sure you guys use credit cards. And I'm pretty sure as well it's quicker through credit cards. So obviously, your normal bank is gonna be held for like a couple of days, and the retailers are pretty slow. Same with Monzo as well. Monzo's absolutely amazing for pre-entry raffles because they refund it straight away. You would have seen it on size, Foot Patrol. If you don't win, they just refund it. But yeah.
Obviously once the raffle's over, it might take 2 or 3 days to drop the pending transaction or whatever, but with Monzo we found that it's the fastest way to get the money back if you are using something like that.
Oof.
I got the EA this morning. I think EA sold out within 15 minutes, didn't get a chance to cop.
I've seen a lot of people. So basically EA happens and they have a certain amount of stock allocated. EA is basically exclusive access. Like I said before, obviously there's no certain way to get it, but you can increase your chances just by being
interactive
interactive in the app and just just being interactive in the app, like upcoming drops, set notifications for upcoming drops, scroll through the feed, like certain stuff. But it just increases your chances. There's no guaranteed way of actually doing it. A lot of people did get EA this morning, and there is a certain amount of stock allocated for EA. If you didn't check out within, I think it's 15 minutes, because I think that's when it sold out, you wouldn't have got this pair of shoes. Like obviously, a lot of people, missed out on the opportunity, but don't panic. There's always been more drops. And there's always chances as well tomorrow to actually cop these through the raffles.
There'll be more stock tomorrow, obviously.
But I will talk about on the sneakers drop. So if you aren't aware already, we do have a sneakers channel live for this. And basically, these sneakers channels are super, super useful. You click on it, and it shows you exactly where it's dropping, how it's dropping. Let's put it up here. So it tells you what day it's dropping. So in the graphic, got a really nice graphic, shows you what day it's dropping, the 15th, and also lets you know what size to cop. So normally we have certain sizes, and this generally depends for what colorway the shoe is. If the colourway is a pink colourway, obviously it's going to appeal more for the women, so the women's size will do better, but we'll always advise at the top of the graphic. For these certain shoes, these Jordan 1 lows, and these, any size that you cop on these are amazing. Even the children's, the kids, you cop these, they're gonna resell, and that is just simply for the fact that these are such in high demand shoes. Insane colourway, not the most creative, can't lie, but yeah, insane colourway. They are all black, bit like school shoes. We've done all this before.
Yeah,
they are like school shoes.
If you're wearing these in high school, best school shoe about right now.
Yeah, you are getting whoever you want at school if you wear these. Ultimate Riz, these shoes.
What are your thoughts on holding these? Do you think it's going to be best to sell these straight away?
Sell them.
Well, I don't know, because
away,
the last fragments, the ones that I have, obviously it's a year past, and these are going up like £500 in resale.
But you're going to be holding that for a year.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
If you want an investment there,
if you want your cash out and in and out, whatever you call it, obviously sell straight away.
I've found the best way to do reselling is buy and sell straight away. Don't hold anything. Like, the market's always it changes so fast that there's so much to resell next week. What's reselling this week might not resell next week. Just get in and get out straight away is the best way.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got money spare that you can hold up potentially, I would maybe consider holding these, but that's your personal, sort of situation. It's up to you guys. The last pair that I copped, I sold these straight away the next day. I made £1,000, and it was actually to you guys. Yeah. So cheers, guys. Fancy £1,000. But yeah, moving on to the actual sneaker channel that we do have in CCN, it tells you the resale price, tells you the resale price, which is obviously the retail is £145, the resale is £800, and this gives you, instant, sort of information on how much it does resell for. You can quickly read that graphic, see it resells for this amount, and obviously you can sort of put your mindset and be like, yeah, I need to enter these, this is how much I'm going to go for.
Tristan, send us a message on DM right now. We'll get one of the lads in the background to sort it for you.
Yeah.
Will someone look out for a DM?
Yeah, we'll help you out, Tristan, over. But yeah, send us an Instagram DM and we'll just sort you out straight away. And obviously on the actual sneaker channel itself, it tells you how to cop these shoes. So it runs you through, these are dropping in Nike sneakers, 8 AM, 15th December. This is a Dan type style release, so you've got 15 minutes to enter this raffle. Once that 15 minutes is over, that's it. You can't enter anymore, and then it will choose the winners. So obviously within that 15 minutes, what you need to do is send this link to your friends, family.
I'm going to guess that the app tomorrow is going to be a little bit laggy.
100%, especially with all the bots entering and stuff like that.
You want to use Apple Pay, really. That's what we found. I can't remember what sneaker it was last, but the app was really laggy. And Apple Pay seemed to work. Decent. Don't worry, you've got 15 minutes to enter, so if it might not work in the first few minutes, don't be like spamming it, just wait, it will come back. Nike's not going to let their app not be able to enter. It just won't happen. And
obviously as well, with the 15 minutes, don't think that's a lot of time. Before this 15 minutes starts, send it to your friends and family. Make sure they're set up first. If you got tonight to set up accounts for them, walk them through it and be like, this opens at 8 AM, set an alarm. I'll send you a text, whatever, and just end it for me. And obviously if they are having issues, there's a whole 15 minutes to sort of resolve these issues. Generally you do find it does crash or you can't actually pay, but obviously just use Apple Pay. Just keep trying. Don't worry guys, you'll be able to know.
There also will be, so it's not just the men's there will be infants and toddlers as well. Not sure specifically what size is best to enter for those.
For them, honestly, just go whatever. Like obviously,
it's a bit random.
I generally go bang in the middle, but like sometimes certain sizes that are just random stuff, like £50 more. There's no giving. Just go whatever you feel is best for you. Obviously.
I think they're just 60 quid on there.
Yeah, and you do want to be entering them as well. You want to be entering for every raffle on there, getting your friends and family to enter every raffle on there.
So they're you normally find the product page for the men's, and if you scroll down to the bottom, they're normally at the bottom. It's not normally a separate page. You won't normally find them on a separate page. So it's normally on the men's and then at the bottom.
Yeah, and as well, you might see some merchandise. Just avoid this.
Don't.
It probably will resell, but it's probably not worth investing in. Yes, might do free returns, but I don't know. I've copped a Cactus Jack hoodie in the past. And it's doing alright, it's like £50 over, but I've held it for like a year or so, I'd probably avoid the merchandise if I was you guys.
Where are you selling them? So, do you want to pull up StockX there, check StockX price right now?
Yeah, StockX price I checked, it was $796, something like that. But these constantly fluctuate, sometimes they go higher and lower.
Yeah, it will fluctuate a lot over the next 24 hours.
Them ones. Yeah, £807, that is the last sale. But that is all sizes.
Well, last sale was 807. Yeah, 807.
But yeah, StockX. It's a good marketplace to sell them, but it does charge a lot in fees to sell these shoes. If you want to obtain these, I'd recommend doing it through eBay. eBay's 5% fees, and it goes through an authentication. Send also they authenticate your shoes. Make sure it's all legit. And then send it to the customer.
Yeah, going down to your local stores as well. If you've got any local resale stores like CrepChiefNotify, anyone like that.
They'll be looking to take a lot of these.
Yeah.
The stock's not huge, so can't imagine loads of people will have them.
Yeah. So for example, local to us is they've got Kit Game in Arndale.
Yeah.
And they've also got Crepes Lockup, which is really good. Obviously, they are in CCN as well. And we've also got Kicks.
Yeah.
These are all good. They will generally offer you the
instant cash out options.
Yeah, the instant cash out options. So if you go on StockX, they'll offer you the highest, the lowest. What is the highest ask? Highest bid. Sorry, that's the one.
The highest bid. So whatever you can quick sell for.
Yeah, and they might knock a few pounds off the fees.
Cash within there, yeah.
Yeah, but normally it's like a quick in and out. You send shoes, they give you a price, say yeah or no, and they just give you the cash out straight away. It's super simple. Let's go questions you guys have got. The highs will go crazy. Yeah, they'll most likely release some highs later on this year. I've seen no rumours of these, but most likely that's how it is. With the fragments release highs, but then again they release it at the same date, so I'm not sure in this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the highs would look in this. I don't know if it because it looked the same. I don't know.
Mad.
I don't know how it look.
Are you able to explain how sneaker cam works?
Yes, sneaker cam generally it's like a. It's kind of
like
weird.
a VR.
Yeah, it's like a little. It's like a little button you press and it pulls up a camera, and then you need to scan something with that camera. Generally we do post. Generally it's in a location, but we do post like an image you can just take a picture. Say for example you get a picture on your laptop and you just take it with your phone, and this will grant you access to purchase these shoes. But yeah, sneaker cam, it's a bit of a weird one. Most of the time it works, but it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It depends who finds it first. How quick you are as well. What other questions we got?
Are the eBay dunks worth going for? Yes, definitely worth going for.
We've seen these in person, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So we went to SneakerCon with eBay.
Upcoming video.
That's out this Sunday.
Yeah.
And they had a pair there. They're mad. They've got like a see-through, aren't they?
They're so
crazy.
Weird. I don't know if I'd rock these personally. You'd
They're
have to
more
wear
like a
some really nice
collector's
socks.
piece, I imagine.
Yeah. So mad.
You have to wear some good socks with them.
You wearing socks with them?
Nah, I'll go barefooted. But barefooted. I imagine the steam up,
You don't reckon they'd be sweaty?
Yeah, I imagine the steam
like
up.
Plastic,
it is.
actually,
It's literally plastic. But yeah, eBay Dunk's worth going for. Reselling this is about what's resale price?
What's going for about
$230.
Yeah.
Retail's
Not mad profits on them, but
like 50, 60 quid, I reckon, once it settles.
Yeah, retail's 110, resells upwards of like £200, 230. Depends what size you get, to be honest. But yeah, these probably worth going for. I believe there's a channel live for these actually in CCN. But yeah, any information for these will get posted in CCN as well.
Fragment hoodie is cold. Don't you have that?
Yeah, it's cold. It's like a beige colour. It's a bit like this, to be honest. But it's like.
Is it still there?
Nah, it's still dead stock. I'm just gonna hold it.
Hold it for what?
Oh, that mint hoodie's cold, boys. I've seen that. Did you see the bottom?
Please record. This is being recorded.
Being recorded,
Currently
guys,
in my
don't
uni lesson, but desperate to watch.
Oh, don't worry, it is recorded. Does it automatically upload to YouTube?
yeah, automatically uploads.
Yeah, it will do
great.
afterwards.
Cool. So we can
It'll
just
take
link
like a
this
few
up.
hours to process, but do you reckon TDs and peers will load on sneakers?
What's that?
Toddlers and...
Yeah, toddlers and children will load on sneakers.
What's the cheapest way?
We do have some stock numbers, so our sneaker providers do have stock numbers as well. So we'll just pull these up and we'll let you guys know the best size to enter for these. Obviously, stock numbers are a bit weird, so obviously you see the highest stock in a certain size, most people enter that size and that just give you less of a chance, if that makes sense. So it's not always worth going for the highest stock amount. Obviously, if there's like an extra 10,000 pairs, then yeah, but if it's like an extra 50 pairs, do you know what I mean? It's probably not worth it. The most stock I can see in a size is size 10. Is that UK or US?
That'll be US.
I don't actually say. I imagine that's US sizes though. But yeah, 10 US seems to have the most stock with 1,453.
Other than that, 9.5, next highest, 9, next highest.
You want to go from anywhere from like
11
a 7
as well,
to a,
yeah.
7 to 11 really.
Yeah, these are the highest stock. But as I said, it's not always a given. If you go for the highest stock, it doesn't mean you got the highest chance.
A 3.5, they've got 6 off.
The lowest stock size is an 18. I don't think anyone's going to enter an 18. I'm not sure 18s if you get loaded in
And
that.
a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
6. Oh no, wait. A 4's got 5 pairs.
Yeah, so definitely enter between 7 and I'd say 12 US. You enter for these, you probably got the highest chance. Don't all go for the same size. Don't start confirming the chat. Just go whatever you feels best between them sizes.
Should we all vote for this then?
Yeah,
Imagine we
don't do
it like
that, guys. And don't cop personal, because if you cop a personal size, you might be a bit
tempted to keep them.
Yeah, and this is, I had the same issue when I had my fragments. I thought, should I keep these? And I started thinking, like, these are £1,000 shoes. Of course I'm not going to keep these. But yeah, it's a bit of a flex, but you know what I mean. It's not worth keeping. Let's see what questions you guys have got. Anyone caught the cherries? The Jordan 11 cherries, yeah, these were small lunch money profits. Certain sizes sat online, but the higher sizes, like the men's sizes, because these are men's colourway and men's shoe, these actually sold out. So you would be able to make local profit in these.
I'm looking to hold lobsters. Oh, they look a little crazy price at the minute. Did you see a lot of lobsters?
I say lobsters are a hold, you know.
We did see a lot of sneaker.
I say they're a hold.
They were nice, to be fair.
Definitely hold the lobsters if you can afford to do so.
Apple Pay is definitely the best way to go.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui.
Shout out Josh.
What did you cop from Supreme drop?
I didn't cop. What did you guys got?
Pogo, man's at home. It's at my mum's house,
I
yeah.
got it.
No, I need to go collect it, to be fair.
What did you cop? Was it a grey one?
Black, I think.
These are actually listed in StockX. If you want to check resale prices for your colourway, they
That
are
was our
StockX.
last live stream.
Seeing your last video when you went in and sold a few boxes of trainers, did you get them by using a bot or just manual? Guess it means Bookers.
That was Bookers.
Kirsch.
Yeah.
Bookers
no, use bots.
Bookers doesn't use bots. It's just manual. It's solely purely entering raffles or in-store or restocks.
Yeah.
No bots.
There was a lot of shoes they didn't obviously accept because they weren't, reselling for much, or they've already got a lot of them already. So, but yeah, the ones that they did sell, you made quite a lot of profit on.
That mint hoodie is cold. Drop them, boys.
Drop them. CrepChiefNotify.
Maybe.
Go on this.
It's mad how dead Supreme Bogus are this year. Supreme has been dying off. Do you know the I don't know if it's the director or something, or CFO, just resigned the other day.
Yeah, I seen that. I
was
seen
that?
that.
I think it was CFO, wasn't it?
Oh, what is it now?
It is.
For Supreme?
Well, he's the mother company that
Owned it.
owns North Face. Supreme,
Oh yeah, because it got
all of
barred
them.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, them cherries weren't really too hyped. Jordan 11s aren't really hyped in the UK. In the US, they are pretty they got quite a high rep, but in the UK, no one's wearing Jordan 11s. It's more for the US market for these. And the box logos themselves, they are reselling for like £40 over. For these, I definitely recommend listing on eBay.
Crazy how much these used to go for.
Yeah, crazy.
So it's the corporation that owns Supreme. Their
Resigned.
CEO stepped down because they've not. The company fell by 11%.
Really? It's just dying. I don't think people...
They need to go back to what they were.
What
They tried
was
to
it?
make it too...
mainstream.
Yeah.
I reckon that's what it is.
Yeah, they needed to stick to the niche.
But yeah, definitely it's falling off. Obviously, even the Bogos aren't hyped.
It had a good run though. It was going for years and years.
Especially in
and
the
years.
OG reselling
It's
days,
hard to
wasn't
keep
it?
it going that long.
It was big. So yeah, literally £50 profit on like a black medium box logo. That's the
Back in
one
the
I
day, that'd be
got.
like double money.
What was retail on these?
Yeah, these
165?
used to go for like 3 ton and stuff.
Yeah.
Was there 165 retail on these?
155.
Sort of, yeah. Josh Holloway.
Go back to that
Shout out
top
to
for a
Josh,
sec.
King of Prime.
What else? But yeah, international raffles are definitely worth buying. If you see pop up, just go for it. Don't even hesitate, just go for it.
Yeah, the import fees are nothing compared to the profits.
Yeah. Pretty weird that we've actually seen this release as well, because these were originally rumoured in September. I remember we done didn't we do like a TikTok on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these were rumoured ages ago, and they're actually
There was
finally
like one leaked photo in there.
Yeah, and obviously everyone's gone crazy over it on socials. It's good when it builds high like that though, especially for like Travis Scott. When it builds high, resale price goes through the roof. Resale Supreme need to drop every once in a while, similar to Trapstar Cortez. So the thing is, I think Cortez has fallen off big time as
Cortez
well.
has fallen off.
Cortez used to resell for a while, didn't it?
Yeah,
and it's
two
fallen off
drops.
big time. Trapstar's doing like alright,
It's
innit?
alright, it's not major
Certain
resale,
coats
no.
and stuff and like hoodies. The hoodies, even the tracksuits are expensive. I think like £220.
I imagine it's a tough decision for the brands, whether they want it to go more mainstream and allow it to become available to allow it to become more mainstream, or keep it sold out and keep the hype. It's like
It's hard to make the crossover.
yeah.
Because wasn't like was it Hoodrich or something that actually used to be alright, and then they eventually, or was it? Nah, there's a brand I can't remember what it was, but basically, it might be Trapstar. I don't know. Either way, I think they sold the brand to like Foot Asylum, and now it just sits in Foot Asylum. But then again, Foot Asylum isn't a good sort of retail to sell you things to, because Foot Asylum clothes aren't the best. Yeah, Cortez is dead. I still wear Cortez, but it's just because it fits nice. That's literally the only reason.
Dead.
Cheers.
To be fair, I quite like the tracksuits and that.
Yeah, I do
The
think it's quite
tracksuits
nice.
are really nice.
What's the quality like on it?
You've
Rubbish.
got one, haven't you?
No, I haven't got one.
It's rubbish,
got?
mate.
Not one.
Oh,
no.
drama. I'm thinking drama.
Drama's
Drama's
alright,
really
though.
nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
The quality on it's
Quality,
mad. The
mate.
inside of it's well fluffy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Are they the ones as well who do the like they just go to like a charity shop and release like loads of hats, for example, for like £1? Is that drama?
No, that was
I don't know.
Cortez.
Was it?
Oh, I can't
I
remember.
can't remember what it was, but they put like a location on the story, and then it was like, we need exact change or you can't buy it. Yeah, Hoodrich from before, it was Hoodrich. But as well, guys, going back onto the actual Travis Scott dogs, pre-off raffles, these are the best. If you see a raffle that holds your funds, this means it's got high success, and this is simply for the fact people don't like mass entering pre-off raffles. There's a lot of entry in pre-off because people can't afford to have money tied up. Whereas if you can afford it, or you've got a credit card, which we aren't advising to take out a credit card, but this is what I do personally. If you've got one of these, I enter pre-off raffles, enter it multiple times, and the same for PayPal. There's a jig on PayPal where you can enter like up to 8 different email addresses for one PayPal account, and this means you can sign in 8 different times. And once you sign in with different email addresses, the retailer thinks it's a different account for PayPal. So obviously, like any raffles that use PayPal, like JD, and you just mass enter up to 8 different times.
And with like raffles that hold your funds, enter them towards the end of the raffle.
Yeah.
So like, let's say there's 1 day left on the raffle, enter it at the end. So let's say it's a 7-day raffle. What's the point in entering it on the 7th day, on the first day, and your money's going to be tied up for 10 days out of your bank account? You might need that to buy another product or to enter other raffles. So enter towards the end of the raffle. That's what a lot of people used to do when I owned the raffle bot. They would just wait till the last day, last couple hours, enter then, so they get the money back quicker, and it just it helps your cash flow if you need it for other things or other raffles or whatnot.
Yeah. Someone said, how hard will it be to cop these shoes? Pretty hard, we can't lie. It's a hype drop. Probably one of the most anticipated drops of the year.
I don't think there's even 10k stock, is
These have
there?
been rumoured for absolutely ages.
Just over 10k.
Just over
10k.
On sneakers, yeah.
So just over 10k stock for the whole of the UK. That's not a lot. I think it's hard going off past drops. I think Lost and Founds, these were rumoured to be like over 300k, I think it was. And you've seen how much success it was for Lost and Founds. These are restocking every week in size.
Less than a tenth of them.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like 3% of the lost and found.
But that's only it was that 300k on sneakers.
I don't know. I think it was a UK stock. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, so that's obviously
sneakers
only
like that.
sneakers. There's 10k loaded on sneakers.
Yeah.
So that's one site.
Yeah.
But obviously they get the most sneakers because it's obviously owned by Nike.
And as well, going forward, we can see stock numbers now for the sneaker drops, which is a plus. So obviously, you guys will be able to see stock figures,
Sneakers feast.
what sizes and stuff like that. Talking bots a bit actually, because obviously Josh just mentioned U sneakers.
Yeah.
I've said this is their best spot for sneakers right now. I don't think there's another. And to be fair though, they have a huge user base, so I think that's why you're seeing so much success. But I think it's just a good spot in general. I used to use it absolutely ages ago, and it used to have so many issues.
Pretty easy to use, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just slow in it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's hard to enter all your entries and stuff on there. But yeah, obviously, like people focus on Nike because Nike get the most shoes. They get they get the most shoes, they get the most consistent amount of shoes. So if you master your, you sneakers setup or your sneakers bot setup, then you're in for a lovely cookout, to be honest.
Yeah, it all pays off. You put a lot of time into your setups. Obviously, it's not guaranteed success, but you are most likely to hit one pair every so often. You know what I mean? Even like Panda releases on Nike every so often. I think there's a GS restock coming soon, which you'll be notified about. But yeah, obviously, if you got U sneakers for this, you can just enter. The thing is, U sneakers and like just bots in general, it costs quite a lot to set up. Whether you're using proxies, accounts, different card providers, you need to pay for payment plans for these card providers, and obviously, depending on how much you invest into that, is how much you're gonna get back. And the more time and effort,
the more time you put in, the more you get out of it. For sure, it's not something that you can put minimal effort in. You put minimal effort into botting, you're not gonna get anywhere, and you're gonna be really annoyed that you spent money on a bot, money on proxies, money on everything else. Yeah. And then you got nothing from it.
Yeah, it's not just like plug and play.
It's
that's
really
the most important thing. It's not like you just load up your bot, crack on, and cop. It does take like fine tuning and stuff like that as well. And things are constantly changing.
And I think you hit certain roofs as well. Like obviously, if you buy a certain amount of accounts, you can only end up for them certain amount of accounts. Unless you buy more, then you can't do more than that. But yeah, it just depends how much you invest in. And as well, there's no sort of universal guide for bots. Each bot's different. So if you're using a different bot, this information might not apply to you. But yeah, definitely use sneakers for the best one if anyone's looking to bot in. I wouldn't say botting's essential for copying sneakers, but definitely probably something you might consider if you get quite a lot of manual success and you know how raffle works in general. You can maybe invest into bots. But yeah, like I mentioned, it does require a lot of time and effort. You need to set up these bots. But the things about raffles, and which is why I sort of prefer them to first come, first serve, is for the simple fact that you can just enter in your free time. And that's just obviously like a big plus. You enter when you're home, you finish work. I was speaking to a guy today actually, and obviously he drives his van, he's a drop-off, drives a van, and basically he can't, go for these first come, first serve, these restocks for items. He can't do this while driving. And I said to him, obviously, the best sort of route I'd recommend for you is to enter sneaker raffles, because the amount of money that's invested into the resale market, and obviously raffles, you can just enter in your home in your free time. Probably the best thing for anyone who can't access the phone 24/7. And as well, yeah, it's just a lot of people say should we go for sneakers or profitable items. We always say they're both, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
There's no point. There's no point in limiting yourself for just one sort of revenue of income, and go for as many as you can. The more you got, the more income you're gonna make. But yeah, it does require a lot of time and effort, obviously, to go for raffles, but it's just worth it in the long run. And like I mentioned, we've got full use manual guides on how to actually, enter multiple times in raffles. And it's just something you need to sort of sit up, focus on, sit down, make sure you know what you're doing. Because sometimes if you aren't doing certain steps, like for example changing your IP, you enter 8 different times, it'll just void all your 8 different entries. It's, just make sure you plan. And the best way I sort of recommend for this as well, and this is a tip that I used to use, but now I sort of use autofill and just sort of keep track in my head. But basically, I used to use a spreadsheet and have each line as a different entry, and I can just copy and paste different details across for raffles, and it just helps you keep track. Someone in the chat's actually got EA for Phantom Drop. He got a 42 EU size. Is that an 8 or something? What's an EU size?
An 8 or a 9.
No, I can't even check stock on this, but basically it's around an 8 or 9. But yeah, nice cutback, some nice profits in that as well. You find as well these sizes are more common. That's why they stock it more, is because they're more common. So you might find resale values in these sizes. In these sizes are actually higher as well. Yeah, raffles are better than drops, absolutely. If you haven't got a lot of free time during your work, because a lot of people do CCN as a side hustle, do you know what I mean? They've got a full-time job and they do CCN inside. If you are busy all day, just enter raffles and you get home, and just obviously crack on from there, see how you get on. We will be doing more sneak-focused, Q&As, live streams, and obviously, hopefully you guys will see it as well in the actual guides themselves, but the guides are going to be so much better. Right now, it can definitely be improved, and personally, I don't like the format of the current guides.
Yeah, Zendesk.
Yeah, we're moving over, guide provider, it can be absolutely better for you guys. You can increase your entries and just get all the information you do need. But yeah, what other questions you guys? Use sneakers worth it for drop tomorrow when eBay dunks? As an investment, I'd probably say use sneakers is worth it if you are good already with manual raffles. I wouldn't hop straight onto bots because it might be overwhelming, confusing, you might not understand all the terms. Talked about use sneakers is definitely something you sort of go into the next step. If you want to level up your game, maybe use sneakers. Is it worth it for the drop tomorrow? If you can afford to buy the accounts as well and set all these up within the 15 minutes that the raffle's live, then yeah. For the eBay dunks, there might be larger stock for these, so yeah. And even potential future drops. There's Pandas restocking soon. GSI is insane profits in these. It's worth it as a long-term investment.
Sneakers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's worth it as a long-term investment. Obviously,
some accounts might get banned and whatever then.
Yeah, but obviously you can build up and build up. You don't have to buy all your accounts at once. You can buy 10 for one drop, 10 for another drop, 10 for another drop, and obviously build up your accounts over time. When is the guide change happening? Very, very soon, guys. Don't you worry. But yeah, loads of new information, constant updating these guides and making it better for you guys as well. We can just link it, full information there, you can read on it takes seconds. And it's laid out so much better as well. There's graphics and it's just much neater to read. How much on average would it cost to start a botting? So let's cut down actual botting costs, because obviously you've got the bot itself, which for you sneakers, price is constantly changing. I think it's £100 for 3 months. I can't remember the top of my head.
Yeah, it's about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's £100 for the first 3 months. Obviously, you got the initial bot cost, And then most bots have subscriptions. So once you buy the initial cost, you've got to pay a subscription to use it. So maybe this is like £30 for a month or £6 for 3 months. I don't know how it works depending on what the bot is. So you've got that cost, and then you've got the proxy cost. So proxies basically works like your mobile data. The more data you use, the more you've got to pay. If you want better, faster data, you need to pay more high quality proxies, I think you call it. Obviously, there's different providers out there. Yeah, there's different providers out there. Proxies, obviously, you want to explain proxies. It's hard for anyone who's new to understand what proxies are because it is quite confusing. It works like data, doesn't it?
Yeah, proxies are like, so like, you know, obviously when you enter a raffle, you have like your IP address that's like bound to like your router or like whatever.
It's like
or,
using US Netflix.
Yeah. Basically, so like, you know, when you ever do anything on the internet, like your IP address gets like stored, which is like unique to like your router and whatnot. So obviously, if you enter in like raffles, you know, you can't enter on the same IP address. Like if you enter in the same raffle on the same IP address, you can't, you know, you can't use the same IP address. So basically, proxies allow you to like switch IP address and you know, make your raffle entries like valid.
Yeah, there is a way of doing this manual though, but you can use VPNs from the App Store if you're using your phone or your laptop. And as well, another little jig that we always push. It works to this date. But basically, what you can do, you can, you know, enter a raffle on your Wi-Fi and switch to airplane mode for another raffle entry. These are different IP addresses. And then what you can do, switch your phone to airplane mode, switch it off, and if you are on 5G, it will change your IP address again. And just keep switching your phone off in airplane mode. And if you want to check your IP address has changed, just Google what is my IP address and it will display it for you. Once you do that little jig, search it again and it'll show you a different IP address.
Yeah, how do you start botting and how to get accounts? Basically, if you sign up to a bot, usually, so let's say you sign up to use sneakers, usually, you know, they offer people who sell accounts in the Discord, and, you know, they have guides on how to use the bots and stuff like that. But that's one common issue that, you know, kind of comes with bots and stuff like that, and especially when I have my bot, you know, not only, especially with raffle bots, not only do you need the bot, you need to understand how the raffle works, how do they filter, and, you know, how does the actual, like, how does the raffle work and how does filtering work? And, you know, sometimes the Discords don't provide that, but, you know, they usually provide information on there about, you know, where you can get accounts from, where you can get proxies from, you know, how to use the bot and all stuff like that. And yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, but obviously in the Discord as well, where you purchase the bot from, they will have providers, whether it's for your proxies, accounts, whatever it is. So how do you start botting? Oh, that's what Mal just said. So if I join CCN, can I, for example, try and purchase multiple Jordan 1 lows? Or would I need multiple CCN accounts? So obviously, CCN is different to actual raffle entries. You will need different. You'll need different accounts for the retailer. Say, for example, it's sneakers. You need different Nike accounts. Say, for example, it's Foot Patrol, which the raffle's closed now. You'll need different Foot Patrol accounts as well, because it's through the app now. I forgot about that. It's through Foot Patrol launches. But yeah, to get different accounts, you will need different details, different devices. There is full user manuals, so you can just join CCN, read through it, and obviously get set up for tomorrow.
Is it worth getting another device to cop shoes in bloody hell, mate? To cop shoes in quantity? Probably not, mate. If you want to, you know, increase your chances of getting shoes manually, what I would do is send it to your friends, send it to your family, send it to people you work with, get them to enter for it on their device with their details. That's the best way, you know. Getting another device probably is just going to set you back money, and, you know, you're unlikely realistically to get, unlikely to get, you know, more wins with it and stuff like that. You could always try it, but, you know, my personal opinion would be probably avoid that.
Yes, if you've got an active subscription on the CCN app, you will know all about the raffles that come out. We'll ping you all when the raffles come out, so you can enter them. So if you've not got a subscription on there, I would suggest just getting a monthly subscription on there, and you'll be able to enter them all as soon as they come out.
Yeah. As well, a little jig with sneakers not many people know about. Basically, with sneakers, you can use your home address 3 times. And I wouldn't use it past that point, but basically, you can use your home address 3 times. And what this means is, if you got, you know, your parents or your brothers, and they want to create another Nike account for your sneakers entries, they can use their details and the home address they can put as yours. I would, just be on the safe side, I would jig it slightly so it's not 100% identical. But yeah, you should be fine using your address 3 times.
Trying to give an example of a jigged address.
Yeah, a jig address. So basically, if you live at something like 12,
Mount
12,
Street.
something street, you can either spell out the 12 for another interest. Say for example, you like literally spell out a letter, so it's 12, or instead of putting street, you can put S. Is it SRT? STR? STR, I think it is. Obviously, I can't picture it in my head. But basically, you can just shorten it, put STR. Say, for example, like if your street has drive in it, put DR. Road, put RD and stuff like that. If your address is, it's just your one house, there's no flats or nothing, you can just put your house number followed back an A, because there's no other 12A, for example, it's just your house.
Yeah, or you can like spell your street address wrong. So like basically the way they work out, especially in the UK, where you work out like usually what street you're on is by your postcode, because each street has its own postcode. So basically you can like spell the street name like slightly wrong and stuff like that.
Yeah. When's the OnlyFans release date? Don't know, pal.
Don't think it's.
I always get asked when's my OnlyFans release.
Really?
Always.
Are you gonna put sneakers content on there?
No.
What about like
OnlyFans just for sneakers?
Yeah,
to
like
be fair,
raffle
OnlyFans
tips.
doesn't need to be
Yeah, and it could just be like raffle
explicit
tips.
content. It can just be
Or
like
it's behind the scenes of Tino Bottom.
holiday pictures.
Holiday.
Let me know if you
pictures.
subscribe to holiday pictures, guys. It's coming soon. Do you think it's worth holding the concept dunks? The eBay ones, these are, I don't know.
Don't know, because eBay's doing a lot of promotion in the sneaker.
Yeah.
This is their first sneaker?
I think so.
it
I
is.
feel like eBay will rival StockX this year.
Yeah.
Definitely this year, because obviously
Pumping a lot of money
we were saying this before. We think eBay's got like a share in like sneaker or something, like that, don't we? Or some sort of control over sneaker.
Are they just the main sponsor, aren't they?
Yeah, they probably just
Is that what
fund
it
it quite
is?
a
Just-
lot.
Yeah, they're the main sponsor for sneaker.
Yeah, you never see StockX SneakerCon. You never see Alias at SneakerCon.
They're just
Always
They're doing a
eBay.
lot of marketing within the sneakers right now.
Yeah.
It's working really well for them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Selling sneakers on eBay is really good.
Yeah, it's the best method. Like it's so free. Your shoes get sent to an authentication center for free. All you're paying is 5% fees, and that's not including the promotional fees that you can use on top of that. So obviously you're just paying 5%, mega free, mega cheap, compared to StockX where you're paying like £40 in fees. It's absolutely insane. It's mega free for you guys to sell shoes on.
StockX have been done a lot of times as well.
Yeah, and the only thing I'd say about eBay is just for the fact it's not one listing for a certain shoe, it's loads of different listings. So obviously in StockX it's one listing for all sellers, whereas eBay is individual listings, and sometimes it can be quite hard to sell. But we do have guides, we're doing constant support to make eBay listings 10 times better. So you shouldn't have an issue selling on eBay. I've sold multiple shoes on eBay, it's my go-to. If you want a quick cash out, then I'd recommend using StockX or a consignment store. But eBay, just use it for selling sneakers, it's the best way.
So we've got any general reselling side hustle questions?
What's that one? For some
Okay,
reason I was
15
having it.
minutes.
Can we make this bigger by any chance?
Probably open
Pop
propel
out.
chat. There you go.
There we go. No, it's not made it bigger, but I'll do it with that.
You can make it bigger
Make it
though.
bigger.
Go on. It's just hard to read. I've got bad eyesight, I'm not gonna lie. There we
Is that
go,
better?
that's better. For some reason I was having an issue with my address when I was trying to cop shoes and sneakers app. Wasn't this just like a general bug on the app?
Sorry, yeah, I was having an issue with my address when I was trying to stop sneakers on sneakers.
I thought this was a general bug. I think people,
On a,
I
bi-
think
I think
for
was
one
it on a
drop,
big release?
yeah, for one drop people were just
Yeah.
having issues for no
I
reason.
can't remember what. It was the last big release. The last big release, I had an issue.
Even though nothing was wrong with it,
No,
everyone was
it
just having
was-
issues. I think
yeah.
just the general influx of people trying to enter the raffles.
And then I think it worked with Apple Pay. What is the best consignment store in Money?
Crep's Locker because they are in CCN, but there is alternatives like Kirsch Kicks. The Kick Game takes shoes.
Don't think they
And
consign.
did they consign them?
I don't
The
think
Crep's
they
like a consign.
Yeah, he does. He does. He
You
will
can
do-
message him.
He
He's in
will
CCN.
do consignment on certain sneakers.
Yeah, he's in CCN, so you can just message me if you want to.
Depends if he's got a lot of stock of that sneaker.
Whereas the guides for different items, obviously for different items, it's in the user manual. We got sneakers, we got profitable items, or it's air fryers. We show you how to ship these shoes and just the best general tips and tricks. We've been reselling for like what 3-4 years, probably you guys a bit longer, and we just got all information bunched into one user manual on the CCN platform.
Where's
What's
the
the-
guides for different items?
Yeah, that's what we just covered. What's the next hot items to resell now that Air 5s and PS5s have dipped? We can't predict what the next item's going to be, but there will no doubt be a next banging item. So it's just about like watching the current market, waiting for what comes out next, and monitoring air fryers and all stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not just items we do at CCN.
Yeah,
And that
collectibles,
brings us on to something
sneakers.
else.
Oh, it does.
It does, mate.
It does.
That brings it to something else. So obviously, like you guys were listening, you get like some exclusive
for us.
information, and basically like. So the way it goes down, guys, is here at CCN we are constantly looking for like new revenues of income. Like obviously we've got tickets, we've got sneakers, we've got profitable items, whatever that covers, whether it's air fryers, PS5s. These items are trending items, and trends do tend to die. And there's always different means and ways to make money. And obviously here at CCN we're always looking for different ways. And this brings us on to a new feature
that we're testing.
That we are in beta phase right now, and obviously it's free to use.
Info.
Yeah, it's free information, and you guys can get involved. You don't have to pay for it. Obviously, the way to buy these products you do have to pay for, but to access information or to get involved, it's free. And basically, what it is. Do you want to explain it? Because obviously, like you understand it, you've done it yourself. You understand it more.
Yeah. So basically, what it is. So like when it comes to the end of, so like we're talking about like designer clothes here, so like Stone Island, CP Company, Paul and Shark, random stuff like that, like designer stuff like Rab jackets, all stuff like that. Really hot items.
Stuff you find at flannels or Selfridges.
Yeah, exactly that kind of stuff, right? So basically, when it comes to the end of season of like flannels, and they need to recoup. So like, let's say they've got tons of stock that they can't sell, they need to recoup money to buy more stock, and they just don't want to have the stock lying around that they're never going to sell because they don't have it on shelves in clothes. So basically, what they do is they sell this stock to like suppliers, so like for massively like discounted rates, like break even, less than break even, and sometimes they're even still making a profit because they buy them for so cheap. So they sell this stock to like suppliers who we're in touch with, and basically we're going to start this thing where basically we're going to sell like, well, through these guys, we're going to sell like wholesale packages, and in these wholesale packages you will basically get a breakdown of like, let's say it's like a £500 wholesale package. In this you will see exactly what items you're getting. So it might be like 2 Paul and Shark t-shirts, 1 like Stone Island crew neck. We'll tell you like the retail value on these, the estimated resale value on these, and then basically you buy this wholesale pack for like £500, and you're selling this wholesale pack on eBay, on Depop, on Vinted, on like Grail, stuff like that for like £750, £1,000, depending on the stuff you get. But basically you'll be buying like
these big designer brands.
Yeah, like Stone Island, CP Company, like Rab jackets, like Paul and Shark, even like
stuff
Louboutins and stuff. Yeah, even like Louboutins and stuff like that. Sometimes even like makeup and stuff. Like when flannels can't or wherever can't sell it, they need to get rid of it to get their money back. So they sell it to these suppliers who then look to get rid of this in like the best ways possible. So for obviously
liquidate it fast.
Yeah, so obviously like CCN, there's tons of you who all want to make money, and like their aim is to like liquidate the stock like fast, so because there's so much stock for them to buy, they can't possibly buy it all, so they need to like have constant cash flow of it like going around and people buying and stuff like that. So it's something we're trialing out. We're gonna run a test with like 5 people, and then we'll go on from there to like 20 people, and and we'll go from there. And the best thing about this as well is if it does work, it is already like a proven working concept. And it already is like a proven working concept. They have like they do it as well. There's other people who do it, and it's all year round. That's the best thing about it. Is there's constantly things for us to buy, and there's going to be constant like stream of like wholesale packages all year round. So we don't have to worry about like trends going in and out. I reckon screenshot it.
So this package here, obviously, it's going to be hard to show you because it's just the rubbish quality.
I'll be able to do it.
Basically, it tells you what's included in the package. So it'd say Ralph Lauren coat, cost £70, RRP 179. You would then obviously buy this package. It's got all these items included, and you'd list it for like 160, for example, and then you'd make that difference. So that's £90 difference. So each item, I think they aim for like 30 to 40% ROI. What was it?
It'll be inverted, G.
Was it inverted?
Oh no. Looks sweet.
But yeah, so obviously you get a preview of all the package items. It obviously tells you how much it costs, how much you can sell it for, and it tells you the total package price, which I think that total package was £500, and the RRP of the actual package, so what you'd buy it in retailers for, was £1,400. So you buy it for £500, and the value of it's £1,400. You then sell it on, like TK Maxx.
Exactly
TK Maxx,
like
but like cheaper than TK Maxx.
These are heavily discounted items. Obviously, like they said, they want to just get rid of the stock, so you sell it for mega cheap, so they can reinvest their money. Obviously, need people to buy this stock, so obviously that's where we come in. We're basically buying these stock at a heavily discounted price. Obviously, and then you guys would sell it on Depop, like Miles said, Vinted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just
eBay.
It's just another revenue for you guys to get involved in. Obviously, you can see the preview of the package before you buy it. You don't have to buy it. You know what I mean? You can see it.
They will only be limited. So let's just say we only drop 5 per week.
Yeah.
Like not everyone's going to get one per week.
Yeah.
But it's something we can look towards scaling up.
Yeah.
If it's working.
If it's working, obviously you guys are making some really nice profit. This has been trialed and tested previously. These guys have their own group on them, and
it's like brand new thrifting, really. Like it's
It's exactly like going to TK Maxx, but instead of going to TK Maxx and sifting through all shit,
online,
you already just get all the good stuff straight in, and But basically, gonna trial it out, see how it goes. We've already tested it as well. It went really well for us, and other people as well, they obviously have their own group doing it, and they're just looking to expand so they can buy more. Their problem is they can't there's so much stock for them to buy, they can't possibly buy it all. So they need to insane cash flow to of the money, so they buy and then they get rid of it and then they can buy more because there's constant things of CP Company, Stone Island and all stuff like that. Coming in.
But obviously it's not going live yet. Like I said, it's in beta trial. We're setting everything up, and then obviously we are going to roll out a form. And through this form, we'll just choose who's best to sort of test it out. And when I say who's best, we mean people who have got experience in Depot, who experienced resellers, who know anything about fashion, who've done thrifting before, and that way we can give them the best possible chance of reselling these items, and that way we can really see it works for you guys, and then we can just roll it out.
Those people that are good in the community.
And then we can just roll it out. Obviously, it's exciting to get involved in because it's just new sort of content for us to sort of get involved in, and we always like new stuff. And that's one of the best things about CCN. Obviously, you've got so many different revenues, and we are constantly finding more. You don't have to rely on one sole sort of niche, if that makes sense.
Let's just say if you're only selling air fryers, it can get boring just selling one product. Just selling one product, and even though it is making really good money, it's then become you just staring at one product all day long, shipping it out. It's good to have these different things that you can get your fingers into.
And it's more, as long as the supply of products keeps up, it'll be more scalable than reselling, because as you all probably know, the things that impact the things that impact the current reselling that we're doing is not only the trends of an item. So air fryers, if air fryers die off, then you can't scale up how many air fryers you're buying because air fryers don't resell anymore. Same thing with other items. There's that constant thing of the trends constantly changing that affect your scalability, and with this it's more of it's more close to Amazon FBA or something like that. It's more something like that. But
and as well, the thing with items, it's not trends, is it? It's there's always gonna be some demand for fashionable designer items. Even if it's out of season, people will still buy it. Whereas air fryers, they'll stock on retails for the cheaper than you. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you just buy on Depop.
Diaz has been doing well with reselling, turned over 30k. Do you think it's best to set up a company and use an eBay business account, or is it best to stay with a personal account and normal bank account? I think you might need to speak to an accountant.
But honestly,
over
insane
30k.
Insane.
But that's really well done. And he has a 9-to-5 job as well.
That is chaos.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what it's for.
Don't say the name.
Can't seem to shift my PS5. You reckon I should just return it? Firstly, open a ticket, open CCN, so we can see your eBay listing and your Facebook listing and stuff, so we can tell you if there's anything to assist there, and we'll advise you on what you should do in there as well, mate. So pop open a ticket. If anyone's got the same issue, open a ticket. Let's help you out, and
with obviously PS5s, you saw one the other day. But it's just one of them. What I reckon they're doing, I reckon they're just getting a massive amount of stock, releasing it all at once. Obviously, you've seen the restocks in CC in the past couple of days, and that is just simply because they're just building up stock, releasing it before Christmas. Everyone can get it, for retail. But after Christmas, it'll be a massive drought. People won't be able to get their hands on it, and just hopefully see the resale prices increase. Obviously, it's not a given. Don't ever go past your return date. If you find you're not selling it within your return date and it comes to the last week, just obviously return it. Get your money back. It's pretty simple. Pretty sure, depending on where you get it from, I think PS Direct, free returns. I'm pretty sure they provide you with a label. You drop it off, whether it's DPD, Royal Mail. I think it's DPD actually. Just drop it off and you get your money back. It's pretty simple. Same with any items. We do post mostly free returns. Sometimes you've got to take a small hit and pay returns, but we will let you know in the post. We do push them on.
If let's just say you can't shift that PS5, you're obviously seeing or another product, whatever, and you're seeing a lot of restocks come through and yours isn't shifting. That should be a good sign for you to say I'll be able to return this. And if I see them reselling again, I can buy another one and another restock. Like that should be a good indication of whether it's hot or not.
DP, I think I might have messed it up. I think it's DPD. So obviously DPD, you just drop it off, they send it out for you. Most of the time as well, you don't even need a printer. You can just drop it off and you scan
labels there.
QR code and they'll just give you a label, stick it on, and it's super simple. I've done that with Royal Mail the other day. Returned some items, took it to Royal Mail, print it off, stuck in
a lot of Royal Mail have like self-service things now as well. So you go there, weigh it, and it prints off a label for you. Like it's like a little self-checkout machine.
Amazon, the return pallets. These are a bit risky though, because obviously some items are used, some items aren't actually there, and most of the time it's like a mystery box that you're just paying for.
So
it's not worth it.
And so what I was speaking to someone the other day, and they was basically saying their son like works at like the returns like place, like deals with the return pallets and stuff. You know, the ones that you can buy at wholesale, and apparently Amazon know what's in them pallets. But they don't like tell to the general people who buy them. But he was saying like if you could figure out some kind of deal with him, that you could buy the pallets where you know there's good stuff in there, and then sell them, because it's like you need to know what's in the pallets, and you know that's basically the most important factor. If you knew what was in the pallets and you knew like let's say there's $5,000 worth of like retail price stuff in that pallet and you're buying it for 1.5k, it works exactly the same as the designer stuff. So it's
could be a big pallet of like perishable stuff,
like
really,
phone cases.
But
then again, it could be a pallet of makeup or a pallet of like fucking
something that sell well.
Or anything like that.
Any more questions, guys, just let us know. Whether it's about a drop tomorrow, obviously we're going to have quite a lot. I am getting my Foot Patrol L's right now. Magma Orange, aren't they part ones? Are they different? Any questions, guys, just literally let us know. Hey, pal. Oh, it's Magma Orange. Yeah, rubbish then. Hopefully we've covered everything you need to know about the drop tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are set up. You're going to set up tonight, or you send your raffle to your friends and family. Guys, just any questions that you fight through. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, big drop day. See a lot of success at TCN. But obviously don't be disheartened if you don't caught these shoes, you know what I mean? It's going to be super hard anyway, but there's only so much you can do, and there's no actual guaranteed way of copying these shoes. We can only tell you how to increase your chances. So don't be disheartened. There's going to be more drops, always different ways to make more money.
Gabby's Dollhouse just restocked, boys.
Gabby's Dollhouse.
Yep, she resells for £160. She's £79 to buy.
She's £79.
Yeah, cop that. Good old cop.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know how CCN app works, basically just let you know restock. So I've restocked.
I don't know if I was literally just on it then.
No, I was too slow on that.
Pretty sure I did see it in stock. Damn, that was fast.
Warm it.
Super fast. Gabby's Dollhouse, boys. She churns.
But yeah, guys, any other questions? Literally, now's the best chance to ask. Obviously, we are here live to answer any questions you have.
0 seconds ago, did you restock?
Very.
Gabby's Dollhouse.
Mate, someone must have been rapido on that.
Yeah, with various so like general sort of tips and tricks I mentioned in the guide, but like websites like Very, obviously make sure you have an account signed in.
Yeah, you can save your details on your account as well. Like you check out details.
Very.
It's very, mate.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what it is. You know what I'm on about.
Do you put the Dollhouse on eBay? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. eBay Depop.
Yeah, it's flying on eBay.
Just make sure you sign into your account, obviously, like just beforehand, and obviously once you sign into your account, all your details saved, so you can just check out rapid.
160 on eBay.
So retail is £79.75.
Gabby's a flyer.
£79 retail.
Gabby's
these
Dollhouse.
resell for 170.
Who's Gabby?
But the thing like Christmas, like things like toys, is just resell. And you'll find like a lot of the high ticket items, whether it's like air fryers, as much as these would make great presents, people aren't going to buy these for like, friends and family. You don't spend like £300 on an air fryer to get to the friend out there, unless you're mega rich. Then fair enough, like fair play to you. But you know what I mean? No one's going to spend like £300 on a present like their friends, and that's why obviously like the kids' items or like low ticket item gifts are doing quite well.
Any tips for getting eBay wrap up, easy sales? Yeah, go around your house. You've definitely got some stuff that you don't want or is whatever. Sell it for really cheap, and just once it's sold, message the person and say, "Hope you don't mind, products there, but can you leave me a little review?" You'll be able to get 10, 20 sales in a month just doing that. Just little stuff that's really cheap and sell. Doesn't really matter if it's below market, just sell it. Like,
and even like if you buy items on eBay, you get reviews.
Yeah.
So if you would have bought like shipping, shipping. What do you call it?
like boxes.
Yeah.
So let's just say you need a tape or whatever. Don't go on Amazon and buy it. Just buy it on eBay.
Yeah.
Review that other person.
And there must be like auto DMs, but you always get it sometimes when you buy an eBay. You get like an auto DM saying, "Can you leave a review?"
These are stonking.
Yeah, them dollhouses are cash. Loads of sales a day. So these would be presents that people are buying for like their daughters.
Do you have to change payment information or use my friend's account?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Would say again, if you getting someone else to enter or your entry, use Apple Pay. So that'll have to match up to the billing address, and then you need to ship it to a different address as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Payment information though,
really,
for payment information, I'd recommend using Monzo, Revolut. Curve's a good one. I've not really used Curve, but I heard it's a decent one. And obviously, you can use your personal accounts for your personal entries. But you know, Monzo and Revolut are really good because you can just buy mass cards, and you can buy 7, 8 cards. They're just good.
So Gabby's on Netflix.
Gabby.
Is she not getting any other toys?
Get Gabby listed for over 200 quid, guys.
Yeah.
If you just cut that restock, then you just made 100.
Let us know if you caught the restock.
£10 then.
Yeah. Let us know if you caught the restock.
Yeah, over £200 these boys. Cash wagons. Serious cash wagons.
But yeah, I think
if that's it, we're going to wrap up, because I'm roasting it.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that Q&A. We are going to do more of these. We enjoy it ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, it's
I don't mind it. I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And obviously it's the best way to relay information, like just talking about it. It's hard on Discord to give all the information that you do need, which is why, you know, live chats, live calls are just the best things possible, because you got any questions, we can personalise it, tailor it to you. But yeah, I hope you'll enjoy the Q&A, guys. I guess we'll catch you the next one, and good luck for tomorrow.
Good luck, everyone.
Spammer cats.
I want to see the success. I want to get friends, family, make sure to get them set up tonight.
Yeah.
Tell them to enter tomorrow.
Yeah.
Need that. Doesn't matter.
Someone
get everyone in there.
And spammer cats in chat for good luck. I want to see it in the chat.
Yes, guys. Good luck. All the best.
Good luck, guys.
Keep churning.
Yeah. And big things coming to CCN, like I mentioned, you know, constant updates, whether it's to the guides, new revenues of incomes, constant updates.
Jake Cops as well.
Big plans for the future, guys. Big plans.
Well.
If you're sticking around, it's going to be worth it in the long run. But yeah, as well, hope you all have a nice Christmas. We'll probably do another Q&A towards obviously Christmas time. But you know, if we don't see you by then,
get Tino in a Santa outfit.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a Santa outfit in the office. But if we don't see you by then, hope you all have a nice Christmas, and hope you all made some nice profits, and I hope it's helped during the Christmas time. Obviously, cost of living's gone up, innit? And you know, it's a bit hard for people. I've seen a guy on TikTok and basically called for a radio station. He said he's got no money, you know, he's living in the cold and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys are doing better than this, and hopefully, you know, CCN's benefiting you. But yeah, cats in the chats, guys, and we'll catch you all later.
See you later, guys.
Oh, it's so warm here.
It's so warm,